What is going on, gals and gamers? Welcome back to another video. I'm here, right in front of you, to do a Blaze guide. You're back on Ethan's channel. You're watching me. Let's do this. It is currently 3 perk Aatrox, the prime time to do Slayers, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do and how to do it. Let's get started. Transition! Hello, I welcome I welcome all of my loyal viewers. Welcome to my channel. Gals and gamers, I'm back. We're in Aatrox's basement. Let's do some Slayers. Alright, starting off with tier 1. Alright, this is the tier 1. It has 2.5 million health, and it has 1 phase. All you have to do is smack it with your hype, whatever weapon you want to use. I'm using my Estrella, until it gets to half HP, then it splits into 2 things. The Quasil, this guy, you can just kill him, and then Typhosis, you can also kill this guy. Tier 1's really simple, because all you have to do is smack it till it dies. That's it. Okay, so we're back in Maddox's basement. You are unfortunately probably going to have to do tier 1s until you're Blaze level 2, because that's when you can use the daggers. These are the Blaze weapon. Tier 2 Blaze is much harder than tier 1. It's like E-Man exponential, because it gets 4x health. It's way harder. It's got this Hellion shield that I need to show you guys. And you need to get 200 XP, which is about 40 tier 1 bosses to hit Blaze 2. I don't remember if there was a more efficient way, but from what I remember is I just did level tier 1s until I hit level 2. Now, on to tier 2. Tier 2 just has a lot more health, more importantly, Hellion shield. This is where you're going to have to use both of the daggers. If you look here, you see how it can switch attunements? Hellion Shield has 4 different phases. It will start in Spirit, then swap to Ashen, then go back to Crystal, then to Auric. You're going to have to swap through all 4 of these during the boss fight. There will be a countdown above his head. Every 7 seconds or so, it'll swap. Alright, now, let's go do a tier 2 boss. Alright, so here is the T2 boss. At this point, you're probably going to want to have or start working on a Crimson set. You can see mine's burning. You're going to start working on a Crimson set because that's what you need for this boss. Or if you're super budget, you can always opt for the Monster Hunter set. This Monster Raider set, sorry. You take 35% less damage, you deal 35% more damage. It's really good. You can actually ride this out as a budget set until Blaze, I believe, 4? At tier 4, I'd say you should get a Crimson set though. The Crimson set with a Warden is a great investment. Since you've done Enderman before this, you probably already have a Warden helmet. It's very easy to transition into. Before this thing Okay, don't do that. Something I forgot to mention was, don't forget, if you go in the bazaar, you can search up Gummy, and this reheated gummy bear is pretty much required to do Blaze Slayer. You eat one, it lasts an hour, it gives you 10 combat wisdom, yay, 10% XP. But the key reason you want to eat it is because when you eat it, the other blazes around you while you're doing your Blaze Slayer will not kill you. Because the blazes around you, as you can tell, if you've sat here for 5 seconds, they beat you up. These blazes want to kill you, they want to hurt you, they want you to be sad. They hit you hard. So having this gummy bear is going to help a lot. Anyways, I died to the last tier 2. Now I can show you guys a tier 2. This is a tier 2 Blaze. You're going to want to just hit it till it dies again. And once you get to half health, it'll split into 2 phases. By now, you can only do Blaze 2 if you have these 2 daggers. Because with the daggers, see how this says Spirit on it? You have to swap, you need both daggers. Swap to Spirit on this dagger, and you can hit it till it dies. And then you have to swap to this other dagger and hit it in Ashen. There are 4 different phases the Blaze boss can go into. Spirit, which is white, and I killed it, so I'm not very helpful. But there are 4 phases. The dagger can go from Spirit to Crystal, from Auric to Ashen. There are 4 different phases. This Slayer is a little annoying, a little mechanical, I'll say, because you've got to swap a bit. But once you get it in tune, once you've got it on lock, you'll have it done. Oh wait, there you go. See this fire pillar? This is someone else's, but when you see this fire pillar, you're gonna wanna activate your Wither Cloak to stop yourself from getting killed, because it kills you instantly. Alright, here we go. This is tier 3. This is where it gets really, really hard. You see, this one has 45 million health. You're thinking, holy crap, how am I going to kill this thing? Don't worry. By now you're doing the tier 3. You should have been past these tier 1 daggers, and you should be at least up to these tier 2 daggers. These tier 2 daggers are good even up to tier 4. They will work. Now, you are probably going to want to upgrade to tier 3 daggers later, but they're really expensive. So you can probably use the tier 2s for now at least. Once you have these tier 2 daggers and you think you're ready to do Inferno Demon Lord 3, at this point, I'm going to keep saying this, I heavily suggest you better have a Crimson set going with a Warden, or full Crimson at this point, because I've heard it's comparable. That, or you should have a Monster Raider set. The Monster Raider set is a budget version of the Crimson set. I heavily suggest you go Crimson because you're going to need this for any other Slayer. If you want to go back to E-Man, anything else, the Crimson set is just goated. This is just budget. If you're really cheaping out, you really want to get through this Slayer quickly, you want to, well, you're not going to kill it quickly, that's for sure, but you want to just start it off, you want to get your flare unlocked or something, run the Monster Raider set. I'm not going to hold you back. Now, you're doing a tier 3 Blaze. You see it's got 2 more perks. It's got Fire Pillars, and that's it. I'm blind. I'm lying. This Fire Pillar, I showed it in the last clip. When you're standing still, not standing still, when it gets at a certain amount of HP, here it says 66%. I think it's always 66%. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Always 66%. It's going to count down from 7. You're going to want Sky Hanny or some mod that has a countdown for it to let you know. And just as it counts down, remember to Wither Cloak it. Boom, you're done. And it's gone. That's it. But by the time you're doing tier 3s, you are probably going to want some good equipment. Ethan, you forgot to mention the equipment. Oh, crap. He caught me. I forgot there is an equipment set for Blaze Slayer. By now, you're probably going to want to use the Vanquish set. The Vanquish set gives you a 10% damage reduction and a 10% damage bonus. Well, 1.1x. Same thing. 10%. Now, these things have little attributes. If you don't understand attributes, leave a request. I might make a video. I can make a video explaining it if you feel like it. But you're going to want Veteran Vitality. Veteran gives you Combat Wisdom, spawns Blaze faster. Vitality is a stat that multiplies your healing. This Slayer, lots of damage to you. What does healing do? Makes your health bar go up. So what you want to do is get Vitality on most of it. I don't have it on my Gas Cloak. You're probably wondering, why? What's wrong with you? I thought Vitality and Veteran was good. It's expensive! I don't have money for that shit! The Gas Cloak with, like, Veteran Vitality is like 80 mil. I don't have spare coins. Same thing with your Crimson. You should have Veteran Vitality on it. And your Warden Helmet's a Warden Helmet. Good luck. Anyways, sorry. I forgot to explain the equipment. By now, since you're doing tier 3s, you should have one of 2 pets by now. You should either have a level 100 Blaze, which will double your hot potato books, making you uber tanky, and 10% more stats. It's like an Ender Dragon, pretty much. But also, the other pet option is, of course, Golden Dragon. Throw Golden Dragon against anything, it solos, right? You run Golden Dragon everywhere, use it for everything. Again, you use it for the Slayer. More damage, more health. Not health, more damage, that's it. If you use Blaze Pet, you get some damage and you get some health. I'd say Blaze Pet's relatively safe. It keeps you alive good. Keeps you from dying. It's pretty good. Because of that double hot potato books. Alright. Now, when it comes to reforges, you have two or three options, I'll say. Now, option 1 is running Scorching. If you have a Blaze Pet, and that's it. If you're using Blaze Pet, you're going to want to use Scorching. You get that attack speed, you get decent strength, crit damage, 7 ferocity is nice to have, and then you can use your tuning points to balance it out. Also, didn't mention it, by now you should have at least minimum for doing Blaze Slayer, I'll say 1,000 magical power. If you're under 1,000 magical power, go back, do some Enderman, I don't know, go farm, go mining, get some money, get your talismans up, you need that. The other option, I'm using Shaded right now. Shaded doesn't give as much attack speed. When you're using a Golden Dragon, you get 50 free attack speed, so I kind of just rule out getting attack speed, max out the damage. Shaded is not the best here. Shaded is not the best. The best one here is Magma Urchin. You see that? 185 strength, 742 crit damage, 15 bonus attack speed, the 50 attack speed you get from the Golden Dragon plus 15, that's 65, and then the dagger gives what, 20? 65 plus 20, 85. That's enough. That's enough attack speed. And then you get a lot of crit damage, a small amount of strength. All you need to do to balance this out, tuning, or if you really want to balance it out, you can enrich it, but I enrich Magic Mind. Who's not gambling here? Who's not gambling here? Don't lie. I know you're all gamblers. Anyways, but that's key. You either want to use Scorching, Shaded, or the Magma Urchin, which is Hurtful, I think. Yes, Hurtful. Those are the 3 stone powers, power stones, rocks, whatever you want to call it. Those are the 3 rocks you need to use. 3 rocks: Scorching, Shaded, and Itchy. Not Itchy, Hurtful. There you go. You want to balance your stats out the best you can. As you can see here, I've got a pretty balanced crit damage and strength, and I've got 73 attack speed holding out my dagger. Golden Dragon equipped. 73.
How to do a Blaze 3.
Pretty good. And if I had Hurtful, the attack speed would be much better too. Time to teach you. Okay, here we go. This is a tier 3 blaze. By now, you'll have your early game flare. You'll have both tier 2 daggers. All I want you to do is sit in this position and stab it. That's it. That's all you need to do. And then see how it swaps to spirit. You swap to spirit, and then once it's a half HP. Once a half HP, it'll split in half. You know this. You know this by now. And then all you need to do is kill this thing, then kill this one. Pretty much exactly what you know from here on out. Alright, there we go. Crystal, last phase. All you gotta do is smack it till it dies. And don't stand in the fire like a fucking idiot. Alright, I was running back to do another tier 3 because I messed up the last one. But then I realized I never showed you guys how to get there. Yikes. So you're gonna wanna follow me. Let's see, do I have any fast armor? I do. Okay. Once you get to the front, take a right turn. Follow the path all the way up. You know you're in the right place if you see this broken gate and you're following the Netherrack Bridge. That's not a bridge. Once you're here, you're at the entrance. Next, you will want to enter. There are a few cheese spots. 2 are to the left. You do stand up here in this corner and you slap your boss. You stand up in this corner and you slap your boss. Alternatives are this skull. You either warp into the skull and you smack your boss. Wheeled alternative is here and here. But this is a weird spot, so why would anyone go here? I'm gonna do my boss now. Alright, so now we're spawning at tier 3. We go up here, we look down at the boss, and we spank him till he's down. Make sure you're hitting it in Spirit or Ashen, whatever it wants. And see, once these 2 spawn, you gotta make sure you're hitting it in the right phase, but then after that, you just kill it. And that's a tier 3 killed. And we made 300k. Let's go. Alright. Maybe you think, you know what? I've killed enough of these tier 3s. I want the real one. I want the tier 4. To ensure you're ready for the tier 4, you're going to want to make sure you have your daggers, tier 2 or 3, not optionally, recommended to be 3. But how are you gonna get tier 3 daggers without doing tier 4? Like, you're gonna hit Blaze 6 doing tier 3s only. You're gonna do some tier 4s, just slowly. You're gonna want to use your tier 3 daggers. By now, I really highly recommend you're using 3/4 at least burning crimson. You can get better crimson than this. Mine kinda sucks, I'll admit. I'll be honest, it's not great. It works. You've got all your equipment gone. You've got veteran vitality. You can also get magic find veteran if you want. I suggest vitality just for Blaze Slayer. Warden helmet. You've got your daggers, and then you've got your wither cloak and your flare. Let's go do a tier 4. By the way, you might want to go up to this guy, and then talk about them how much they hate blazes, and then buy their moody grapple shot. This is how you're gonna kill most of the mobs. You shoot out. Okay, you know what? I'll give a guide. You right click, it shoots that little hammer, it pulls it in, then you spank that naughty blaze. Because it doubles the damage you deal to blazes and stops it from flying. Forget that weird part. Here we go! Alright, make sure you got your flare up. Hype spam, and then you spam. Click 'em. Click 'em. Click 'em. Click 'em. Spirit dagger. Spirit dagger. Alright, this is pretty much the same thing as tier 1 and 2. But what I like to do is I like to wither cloak. While you're wither cloaked, I like to use Ragnarok axe. That's why I've got full wisdom 5 on my crimson. Definitely not because I can't afford Legion. Alright, so that's the fire pillar. Once that fire pillar goes up, you're gonna want to wither cloak! Last second? Way less than last second. Don't be like me. Ragnarok axe once we're hitting this phase, then kill these nasty little guys. Now the 4th phase is where it hurts the most. I'm not gonna kill this guy, because I'm gonna pull out my Wand of Atonement for this. Once this guy dies... Wait, well, my bad, it's Auric. Once this guy dies and we kill this guy, I'm going to Wand of Atonement and then heal, because this final phase does, I promise you, lots of damage that you are not ready for. See this? See my health? It's getting shredded already. Crystal, you're going to spank him, spank him, spank him. Ashen, Wither Cloak. I thought I'd get hit by that, and we killed it. That's a tier 4 done. All you need is 2 daggers, 3/4 crimson, Warden helmet, the full Vanquish set, both tier 3 daggers, or 2, if you're poor, and if you're not in the level, a hype, a wither cloak, a flare, a grapple shot, a Ragnarok axe, and skill! Good luck, everybody else!